Om Namah Shivaya. I am astrologer rudramohapatra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Today I will tell you something about Rahu and Ketu. Rahu and Ketu are not physical planets. They are the ecliptical points. Eclipses are nothing but the game of shadow. Eclipses are nothing but astronomically a game of shadow. That is why these two planets are known as Chaya Graha or shadowy planets. But they are not physical planets. Having said that, there are two things which are controversial regarding these two planets is their aspects and their exaltation and debilitation points. Let's first discuss about the aspects. Maharshi Parasara does not consider their aspects. Jaimini has given some special aspects to this, but practically Rahu and Ketu, their aspects cannot be considered logically. Let me explain. If Ketu is with the Lagnesha, then Rahu is aspecting the Lagnes, and vice versa. Ketu with Lagnes indicating that person will be introvert. Aspect Rahu, if at all it is there, that person will be extrovert. How can that person will be so introvert and extrovert at the same time? How can the person be in the spirituality and Maya at the same time? So aspects of Ketu and Rahu cannot be considered because they are always opposite to each other. The planet which is with Rahu is expected to influence that planet. But if you will apply the aspect of Ketu, then it is wrong. Conjunction, yes, of course, you can consider. These are astronomical points. As long as a planet is coming nearer to them, it is imbibing its energy. So conjunction is very, very powerful in case of Rahu and Ketu. Now coming to exaltation and debilitation. Sir, there is no own house, there is no inimical house, there is no friendly house, directly exaltation and debilitation. Rahu is said to be exalted in Gemini, Ketu is said to be exalted in the Sagittarius. I have also heard people that Rahu is exalted in Taurus and Ketu is exalted in Scorpio. It is obvious. Unwritten things or non-scriptural things are subjected to rumors. But if their own place is not there, so how come this exaltation is going to help? If exaltation is there, You can same interchange the places and say there is debilitation. Now you do not consider this exaltation and debilitation of Rahu and Ketu in an astrological fashion. Rather, you take the karmic bondage associated with Rahu and Ketu and see how they are functioning. You might have heard about the concept known as CPPL, that is Central Planet for the Past Life. That is the Lord of the Nakshatra, which is sixth from the natal moon, which is a crucial planet. Had those been Ketu or Rahu owned planets, I mean those nakshatra are owned by Rahu and Ketu, then these Rahu and Ketu can become your CPPL. Exaltation of these planets indicates that the karmic bondage with this planet is over. Ketu in conjunction with Lagnesha is saying that please strive for spirituality, while exalted Ketu in a chart can say that he has done significantly into spiritual practices in the last life. Spirituality here I am taking simply as a term of detachment. Spirituality means he died in the apex of Kailasa, no. Similarly, Rahu exalted refers his materialistic or addiction are almost fulfilled. No need to go after this. So here the exaltation is not being used to calculate the sthana bala like we do in the sadbala, rather to say to assert a karmic pattern of the native where Rahu is saying that your Maya is over, Ketu is saying that your spirituality is over. So exaltation and debilitation of Rahu can some extent be justified, unlike its aspect. I remember one veteran astrologer visiting my own home. At that time, I was into astrology quite newly, so he evaluated my chart and predicted everything wrong about me. He said, "This is good, this is good, this is good." Might be looking at, might be mixing with me. I said, "What you are saying, sir, it is actually not. I am not. I am actually suffering." Then he applied the aspects of Rahu and Ketu, and 70-80% of my horoscope is gone. I said, "Right, sir." So this is how you early. This is another trick to cheat people, to bring corruption into astrology. But exaltation and debilitation of Rahu can some extent be justified. Those can be some extent be adjusted via conjunction too. Lagnesha with Rahu is saying that you will be addicted to something. Rahu in the Lagna is saying you will be addicted to something. Ketu in the Lagna is saying is addiction to something. But how far that is good or bad, you can evaluate that from the exaltation and debilitation. But it is a very well known fact that even if they are the shadowy planets, their placements in the Trikonas and Kendras we have specifically good for the native. Even if both of them are malefic, I think the only uh, similar statements that justify both the planets is the both of them are malefics. Apart from that, their significations are completely different, like Mars and Saturn. So Exaltation and debilitation of Rahu and Ketu you may look for, but aspects matter not at all there. But whenever you are looking, better look for the conjunction of and Rahu and Ketu and see how they are affecting your karmic pattern. Rahu in the houses where it is posited, it demands obsession to that house. Rahu in the seventh house, very good for marriage. Where Rahu is placed, it is saying that native is attached to those houses. Where Ketu is placed, it is saying that native will be detached to those houses. That is why Ketu in the seventh indicating detachment of marriage, and Rahu in the same place saying severe attachment to the marriage, even if both are malefics. In case of Saturn and Mars, even if both they are malefics, these are different. Both of them will go for to detachment for marriage. But here, Rahu is very good for attachment of that. Rahu in the eighth house, attachment for research. Rahu in the fifth house, attachment for love affairs and higher education. Hmm? Rahu in the fifth and eighth go for a lot of certificate courses and other things like that. But Ketu in the fifth house says what in the studies. So please always evaluate the placements of and conjunction of these planets, not their aspects. To some extent, you can see for the exaltation and debilitation, but aspects can logically be very confusing because both of them, at least 180-degree aspects, you cannot be justified. Well, this is all for today. Please share the video irrespective of your own judgment of liking it or disliking it. Do not share your own birth details or ask personal questions in the comment box. For that, you can contact me on my WhatsApp for paid consultation. Do not expect free consultation from me. However, the purpose of making these videos are not to promote my own marketability and to market myself to earn money, rather to impart the knowledge which I have gathered over years. So this is all for today. If Lord Mahadeva wants, I will come up with another new video soon. Till then, God bless you all. Om Namaste.